don't know anyone this time of year, or any time of year for that matter, who wouldn't want to receive an extra $5,000. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, but the phone calls going around our area promising free money from the federal government, that's a scam. Adam Schrager joins us now with more. Adam.
I wish I could tell
no
people.
free money.
No free money. I wish I could tell people there was, but it is called the government grant scam, and it's been around a number of years. But we just got a call about this week from John Green in Portage, so we thought we'd remind people about this again. This is what happens. Someone like John gets a call telling him he's going to get more than $5,500 for paying his taxes on time. All he has to do is go buy a prepaid debit card to cover the fees. In John's case, that was $390, and the promise is they'll put the money on the card for him to spend. That, of course, never happens. The Federal Trade Commission investigates these, so if you've had this happen, you should file a complaint with that agency at www.ftc.gov. Again, sadly, no one's getting thousands of dollars in government grants because they've had a history of paying their taxes. It simply does not happen.
Okay, we can't say it enough times.
No.
Well, last week on News 3 at 6, you talked about how 3/4 of Americans will make a charitable contribution this month, and then what steps they ought to do in doing that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
They ought to take in doing that.
Yeah, I mean, that's how much money we're talking. $300 billion in charity every year. Specifically, though, people were questioning about the idea of how much of your donated dollar should go to the mission of the nonprofit. Jean from Mount Horeb and Lisa from Janesville asked about it, so we thought we would turn to an expert to hear more. Recently, we were at a consumer training at the Madison Senior Center being run by Kimberly Hazen, who runs the Southern Wisconsin chapter of the Better Business Bureau. She says during this holiday season, she advises anyone thinking of giving to do so on their terms, meaning when they want to, not when someone calls. She says the average charity should be able to tell you how much of your donated dollar will actually go to helping people.
2/3 of your donation should go to the actual mission. So if you think you're going to try to help solve, if you research cancer, 2/3 of your dollar should go to cancer research.
The American Institute of Philanthropy suggests that highly efficient charities will spend up to 75% of their revenues on programs and not on things like fundraising or administrative costs. It does encourage nonprofits to be transparent and consumers to be curious, two qualities that we happen to like a lot in our line of work.
We like them a great deal. Now, this week's spam report features something a lot of us can relate to. A bill from our internet provider. Right?
Yeah, but what happens when that bill is not really a bill? That's when you run into problems. In the case of today's spam report, a link to a website in Denmark, of all places. If you have a spam email, before we get jumping into that you want to warn your neighbors about, feel free to send it to me at aschrager@wisctv.com. All right, today's submission for the spam report comes from Joel, and it deals with his Charter email account. It has a Charter logo on the top and reads, "Dear Charter customer, this is to notify you that we are having issues processing your billing information provided for monthly service payment. We urge you to reconfirm your details with us here, and we recommend you add your banking details for service payment backup purpose. Sincerely, Charter Billing Department." Well, the "here" that is in the email is a link to a website in Denmark. Joel called Charter and learned there was nothing wrong with his account, and then he forwarded it to us. Don't take a single email claiming that you're having billing problems as the gospel, and for sure, don't share your banking information with any stranger. Always call for follow-up, and then just hit delete. If you have any consumer problems that you want us to help solve, you can take part in the call for action by going to the website anytime at channel3000.com, or you can call the volunteers at 608-270-2833. They are here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 11 to 1.
All right, good stuff. Adam, as always, thank you very much.
Keep up the good work. Thanks a lot, Adam.